The seasons are changing, the weather is warming up, and I felt the pull to make something to welcome in this beautiful time of year. I wanted simple florals with just a hint of Easter so that I could leave it up all season long. This is She's Making Something, and today I am making a pretty spring wreath for my front door. I got a dozen blue plastic Easter eggs from the store because they were only $1, but they were too bright for what I had in mind. So I took some scrap fabrics from my stash in coordinating pink, purple, and green patterns and cut them into strips roughly 1/2 inch by 3 inches. I took some standard white school glue and watered it down to make it easier to work with. And then I just attached the strips to the eggs like it's paper mache. Dunk each strip into the glue, and then I run it in between 2 fingers. This helps spread the glue to get an even coating and also removes the extra glue at the same time. Then I place it on the egg running end to end and smooth it out as best I can. Covering an oval shape with fabric is never simple, and I don't stress about the bumps and wrinkles too much because the homemade look appeals to me for this project. The goal is to cover up the shiny, in-your-face plastic, not make perfect fabric Easter eggs. When the fabric is wet, the blue shows through a little, but as the glue dries, the fabric becomes more opaque again and the blue is hidden away like I wanted. When I saw this tulip bundle at the store, I knew immediately it was what I wanted for my wreath. And then I also grabbed a bundle of lavender sprigs to go with it. My design has a large bow and then the florals radiating out on either side. So I use a wire cutter to separate the stems and then organize them into 2 equal piles, one for each side of my bow. The grapevine wreath that I got from the store is not perfectly round. There's one spot that forms a little more of a corner, so that is where I will put my bow. Starting with the lavender, I arrange the stems where I want them to go, weaving them in and out of the vines, and then I use hot glue to secure it in place. Moving outward from the bow location, I add an equal number of lavender to both sides. Once I know how far my lavender reaches around the circle, I can then place my tulips, knowing they won't be too long or too scrunched together. The tulips came with 2 on each stem, so my dozen tulips turned into 3 pairs on each side. fabric eggs are all dry and firm, so I attached them using hot glue on the outside and inside of the wreath, and also a few nestled in the greenery. The colors blend in perfectly, almost looking like more tulips, which is exactly what I wanted, my little hidden Easter eggs. My bow started out as 2 different ribbons, an adorable 1-inch floral ribbon and a wider 1.5-inch purple ribbon. Working with 2 ribbons is frustrating, so I attached them together with a small line of hot glue to make one super pretty ribbon. I used somewhere between 9 and 10 feet of both to make my bow. It took a couple tries, but I finally found a way to make a bow with unwired ribbon that I liked. Starting with the pretty pattern facing away from me, I leave a length for a tail, and then give it a sharp, tight twist to bring the pattern side back toward me. And I make a loop the size that I want, and give it another twist. Loop and twist, loop and twist, until I have 5 loops on each side. The twist is needed to keep the pattern side facing out, and it also keeps the middle nice and small, so that once I have all my loops, it is easier to take a small piece of floral wire and wrap it around the twists to lock them in place. To make the center, I just take one of my tails and loop it over the middle, and then twisting it and securing it with the wire in the back. A little fluffing and arranging, and I have a bow. I left the wire in the back long because I used that to help secure the bow to the wreath. I weave that in and out of the vines, then twist it back around on itself, and use more hot glue to make sure it won't slide around. I finish off the tails of my bow with a traditional V-cut, and the whole wreath is done. It is colorful, it is cheery, it looks like spring, and best of all, it makes me happy to see it hanging on my door. I'm sure I could have purchased something that looks even better, but the pride I feel when I look at something I created can't really be bought, only made. To see some of my other Pride and Joy projects, head over to my channel, and please subscribe to get notified the next time I'm making something. Thanks for watching.